Hi everyone, my name is Aisha. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button for more lifestyle video. Thank you. So today we are shooting a makeup video. So I'm excited because I know my friends have been waiting for my usual makeup tutorial, so I'm going to be giving you a full video of my makeup, how I glam up every time I do. So stay tuned. Before I start, my face, you can see it's shining. My face is all glam ready because I use my normal skincare routine. I just finished showering, so I've used my normal serums and sunscreen on my face. So if I like, I would probably use my primer to just prime my face up, because I like to start with a foundation instead of going straight into eyebrow and eyeshadow to the whatever you feel like. But I feel like it's faster. So if I was using a primer, I'm not using a primer because I'm not going out, but if I was using a primer, this would be my go-to primer every time. I'm used to using this primer. I don't know if you can see it. It's MAC prime plus prep plus prime, sorry. So I love this primer. It gives me a normal natural finish when I use this primer. So it has the very nice consistency, if you can see. So if I was going to actually use it, like if I was going out and I want my makeup to last a little bit longer, I would probably pop it on my face. But I don't really want to use so much of it, because I'm not going out. It's just a normal makeup video for you guys. I know some people use a beauty blender for it, but I just sometimes I do not like it when my hand gets stained of using foundation, so I prefer to go in with my brush. Most times I use a beauty blender to blend it in, but I like to go in first with my brush. You need to get a great brush, but you don't need to spend so much money on brushes, because I think I can't remember, it's been a while. But my point is that you don't need to break a bank for a foundation brush. And what I like about this MAC foundation is that, again, that it's got SPF 15. So even if I'm not using the sunscreen on my face, I know I've got my face covered, because I can't deal with having a suntan on my makeup just because I have a makeup on. You know what I mean? Let me just say this. Sometimes people do not get the actual foundation color or foundation shade. You know, sometimes I have to mix 2 or 3 foundations together to actually get my shade, because I do not like it when the foundation is too dark or too light on my skin. So sometimes I mix 2 colors just to get and sometimes it doesn't even have to be a 2 MAC, for example. You can just get a lower shade, lower pricey foundation. You don't have to get 2 MACs just to get, because sometimes you get a particular foundation and then you want to mix both together, and then you get the same one again of a different color. Sometimes you can just go for something like a Maybelline foundation, which is good too, but it's lower in price than MAC. My foundation is well blended now, as you can see. It's well blended now, and I can see I'm trying to avoid my under eye hair so much, because I know I'm going to use a concealer on it. For my concealer, I use a Morphe concealer, and I bought this concealer in Nigeria. I think they said Adventure Makeup or something. I like it, but it gets dry easily. So when I use it, I like to just blend in immediately. But I just recently got this Morphe, and I'm loving it because it smells nice, and then I feel like it blends really well too. You know, makeup does not even have to be too expensive. You just have to know the right technique for makeup, because I feel like when I'm trying to apply my contour, the dark concealer for contour, it's darker anyway, so there's no need for me to put a lighter shade around there. So now I immediately try to blend it in. Sometimes if you don't want to use a brush, concealer brush, here is the brush for it, you can decide to use so you can see I've blended it to my own taste. I like it blended like this. And then if you feel like you want to use if I want to use a blush, I have one blush I bought from Shein, and to use a blush I can use it now. If I want to use for my nose contour, then I can use it now. If I want to use for my cheek contour, I can use one now. I do not really spend so much money on my on my contour concealer, because I just feel like I do not really need much of it. I bought this one from Superdrug, it's Revolution, and I do not really do so much. This I do this. Be careful when you're applying when you're applying to contour, because sometimes you apply too much and it makes your face go darker. So when you're applying for a contour, you should just apply it in minimum as you can, because some people apply it too much and then you eventually start making the vision is their shade. So this is where my powder puff, no, so this is another way I use my beauty blender, because I like to go in upward. Be careful when you're applying when you're trying to blend this in. Do not blend it outward. So it's better you blend it upward, because it gives you a little bit, even if you don't have a blush or something, it gives you a little bit of a blushy look. Can you see? I'm blending it upward, but it's still not too dark, and I'm trying to not make it too darker than my see. And now my blush comes in. Here is so now that I'm set, so I can apply I think I'll apply my powder. So I use a Milani powder. You can see, yes, I use a Milani powder, and I've been using this powder since I was in uni. I love this powder so much, and I just use it to set all my foundation, concealer, not too much, because you don't want, just set it before I apply my other setting powder. See, it's giving me the finishing already. And see the difference. So I like to go in with I bought this L'Oreal at Boots one time. You can see it's a setting powder, but it's white though, but does trust me, it does the work. So I like to set my face, I like to set my under eye now. You can see. So now that my face is fully set and I can see, then I'll start with my eyebrows first, and then I'll go in my eyeshadow. For my eyeshadow, sometimes I like to go with sorry, for my eyebrow, sometimes I just like to set it up with a gel. It's not important, but it makes it last longer. Makes it easy. My eyeshadow sorry, my eyebrow pencil, it's very sharp, and can you see? Because I like to go in as minimal as possible. I do not like my eyebrow too dark, so I like to stay on my lane and on my color by making it as minimal as possible. Like, I like to go in minimally, and I like my eyebrows soft, if you know what I mean. So because I have a darker hair at the tip of my at the beginning, so I do not like to go, I do not really like to do so much on it, and this is a part people miss. So some people decide to, like, see, I'm trying to draw a line. See, I'm trying to draw a thin line. See, I don't know if you can see well, but I didn't really tamper with the front of my eyebrow. It's just the tip that I know that I have to probably make dark a little bit. Then I feel it in. You can see I'm trying to fill it in. I brush it. I'm brushing it because I want it to have a uniform color. So brushing it helps to, like, makes things easy, like gives it a uniform color, as you can see. So it's like blending everything in. I don't know. So some people feel like, I notice that some people really have a darker eyebrow or thicker eyebrow. Yes, thicker eyebrow. So thereby it makes it look weird a little bit when you actually go in with too much eyebrow pencil. The darker your eyebrow is, the less eyebrow pencil you actually need to work with. So if your eyebrow feels too dark, then you have to just look for a way to give it just a shape, not necessarily putting so much of a eyebrow pencil on it, if you get what I mean. So making your eyebrow look subtle and natural as possible is the key, not adding so much on it. If you for your eyebrow, using a good concealer, it's very important too. So I like to go in with my LA Girl. I've had this LA Girl for a long time, but I like to go in first with my LA Girl and an angle brush. This helps to really define your eyeshadow eyebrow. And sometimes, just to give it a little bit of a lighter look at the tip, I like to use my lighter concealer shade. You can see the difference. See? And then sometimes I do not really like to play with the upper part of my eyebrow, eyebrow, because I feel like it's already looking good anyway. So sometimes when I play with it, when I play around it, or I try to give it a good shape too, I swear it just turns bad, like bad. So sometimes I just like to leave it this way, as long as I give it a little curve. But let me just explain to you that sometimes if you think it's not giving that good eyebrow vibe, and you can actually look for a way to play around the upper part of it, then just take a little darker shade concealer and then give it a shape. Like I will do one for you now. I'm trying to make my tip a little bit thinner, but honestly I don't want to do anything too much on it. I just use a brush to blend it in. So what I do, I have a brush. For me, I don't know how else to give it. So once I'm done, I dust off my setting powder. I know some people prefer their setting powder staying long, but I don't really like it because I feel like it gives it too ashy look, and I do not want it. I'm going in with this shade. If you can see this shade, I'm going I'm making a nude kind of eyeshadow, but I'm going in first with this just to distinguish it a little bit. I'm blending it in now. You see? I'm blending it now. I'm not going to do so much raise. This is just to, I'm going to with a nudie look, and I'm doing this first, and I'm using this first, and then I'm going last with this one, nude one. Before I just go, some people prefer to use a base, like an eyeshadow base for heat, but because I feel like when I was blending in my eyebrow, I've made my eyeshadow wet a little bit by using my concealer to brush on my eyeshadow, as you can see. So I do not actually need a base, and I feel like some bases makes it squeezy, like I don't know, breaks or creases, I don't know. So I just like to use my my foundation, my concealer when I'm trying to do my eyebrow, and then go nude like. See? It's as easy as that. I don't think you have to do so much here. You have to do so much here, but whatever you feel like works for you. And in, and that's it. It's as simple as that. But whatever works for you, eyeshadow is limitless. You can play with it as much as you want. So you can decide to play with your eyeshadow as much as you want. So I go in, I like nude, I like orangey look. So whatever you feel like it's best for you, I think eyeshadow is just something you play around with. So I'm done with my eyeshadow, as you can see. So I have to like use my eyeliner and my lashes. See, eyeliner is one of my not so favorite thing about makeup, because it can make your makeup look so good, and then it can make your makeup look so horrible. So depending on what you do with it, so you have to like have a skill for eyeliner. I remember I didn't even like using it before, because I would tell my friend to pop it on my face because I probably would mess it up. But I think I've been getting the hang of it, so permit me to waste your time a little bit for this. I do this first, and then I draw a line. So that I just fill it up. That's what I do. Depending on how long you want your eyeliner to look like. But I prefer to use, I don't know, so some makeup artists prefer to use well, that's why I kept buying it. Cause it's easy to mess up your makeup with an eyeliner. So you just have to be careful with it. See? That's it. I don't know how long you want it to look like. Some people prefer it longer than this, I don't know, shorter than this, whatever you feel. Sometimes we make mistake, and I feel like, okay, I do not like it as long as this. This is what I do. I just get my concealer on my brush, and I reduce it like this. Can you see? See? Liquid concealer does that work. So if you feel like you do not actually like how long it looks like or something, just reduce it with the concealer. It works better. And then brush it up. See? Easy peasy. So now that my eyeliner is done, I would I'll go in to use my eyelashes, and then I'll prep my under eye. Get my eyelashes in bulk. If you can see, I buy most of them from Shein because they are cheaper. So I use, and then my eyes, because I get watery easily, and my hair gets watery easily, and I get irritations easily. So I use an eyelashes that is very thin. Like you can see, this ones look so natural. That's the only one like my eyes can use. If I use any other eyelashes, I know some people prefer to use a thicker eyelash, but I can't. My eyes can't take that stress. I've tried it before and it didn't work for me, so I stick to the natural ones. Yeah, thinner and easier to use for me. So I got this duo gum and glue, and then I use it on it. Eyelashes is actually not the easy part of this, but I love this. So here is my eyeliner. I know I do not use so much because I do not like it after matte when I try to clean it off and it smell down my eyes. So I try to go in as little as I can, if you can see, just to give my face a little bit of this. Sometimes you see I try to use a little bit of mascara. You have to be careful not to smell your face. It goes a long way. If you can see, I just feel like makes your eye pop up when you use the mascara underneath your eye. And see, you can see now. Yep. So now we go in. It's blush. Blush. I prefer it to be pink. So this, sometimes I mix both together just to give it a nice look. I just want to say this: when you are using a blush, just make sure you use like a soft kind of brush for your blush. Can you see? My brush is so soft. You don't want to take all your makeup away by applying brush. When you use like like a harder kind of brush, I don't know, but I just prefer to use a softer See, I just prefer to use a softer kind of brush for my blush, and then the blush I blend it in. And be careful when you're applying your blush, you do not want it to blush. Some people look red immediately after they apply their blush because they feels a little too blushy, and then you feel like you look like something else totally. So when you're applying your blush, make sure you're applying your blush, and then if I want to like give my depends, sometimes you just want to have that pointed nose. And I use a powder palette. Can you see? I use light out, not too dark, but like so when you are using your highlighter, you want to make sure I bought this highlighter palette from H&E in Nigeria when I was in Nigeria. No, I think I bought it and asked my mom to send it or something, because I didn't like anyone I was getting here. So when I'm using an highlighter for my cheeks, I go as minimal as I can, especially I do not want it too shiny, so I try to go in as natural as I can, and I dust it off. So I use it and then dust it off, because I don't want it, if you know what I mean, I don't want. So I see, dust it off. So some people do, some people don't. If you want to, you can have some under your cheeks. On your forehead. Be careful, not too much, like minimal as possible. And then I have one here, and then I use one here. So most times I use my hand, but I don't want to get my hand stained today. So I don't know, I just try to make it as natural. For my lip, I use 3 things: a lip liner, a lip matte lipstick, and then a lip gloss. That should be fine. Some people might want to combine colors of lip and all, but whatever you want to do. Just make sure you have a nice lip liner. I use a brush. This is a MAC lip gloss. This lip gloss is like holy grail. I love it so much because even when I eat, trust me, I'm still like I still have lip gloss on my face. It makes my lipstick last longer, it shines well, and it's a normal transparent lip gloss. Like, I just got it. I didn't even think it was going to be very nice, but it makes your lips last way longer than some other ones I've tried. So I use it on it. That's if I'm going for a nude lip. If I'm going for a matte lip, I don't have to use a lip gloss. But if I'm going for a glossy lip, I love glossy lip anyway, so I always go for a glossy lip. Sometimes I do matte, but I'm like the glossy kind of person. I love gloss so much, so I buy different ones. Now that we are done with our makeup, yes, I'm done. Finally, now that we are done with our makeups, if I'm actually going out, I'm not going out, but if I'm actually going out, I use my this is the new one I got. I use my Morphe setting spray. This spray, God bless the person that recommended this spray for me. She bought it for me the first time, and I was like, I was not really into setting spray then, but ever since I got it, it's like the best spray I ever tried, and I couldn't even try another one because I love this one anyway. So I introduced some of my friends to it, and they're like, Aisha, thank you so much for introducing this setting spray, because I love it, and it helps to set my makeup perfectly, and my makeup stays long for like 8 hours long. I'm not joking, and it doesn't even shift. So it helps to, except I put water on it maybe or something, but it helps to make my makeup last longer, and I cannot recommend this enough, honestly. See, and it dries off, and that's it. And then you would drink is like magic in a bottle. Trust me, it really works well for me, and I like it. So so guys, this is my full makeup look. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate it if you give these videos a thumbs up, and then subscribe on my channel for more. See you next time.